You guys are good to go.
That concludes our interviews. Great candidates. Next on the agenda, we have discussion if needed, and next steps. Does anyone have anything they'd like to discuss?
Yeah, I'd like to discuss potentially bringing in a few of the candidates back on Wednesday night for a second, shorter, maybe more personalized interview. If the Superintendent Search Committee would potentially get back together before Wednesday and put together some personalized questions for the candidates.
You thought you were done?
Well, I guess, well, are we having sort of an informal, we can have an
Yes.
informal conversation. I guess my question is, as I was thinking about, for second interviews, are they supposed to be this, and it's, for each interview process, is it the same questions?
No, I
Or
would like to
the
see
next- the maybe more
different, yeah, maybe more.
But I'm sorry, I guess my question is, we would have to go back and develop.
Right.
Because
They could be a lot less.
Would they be less, but more personalized, or would it be a set for each candidate that we've already met, or would they be the same for both
Yes.
candidates?
No, I think it's
Same, they need to be
Both
same.
is-
Do they have to be by law, or, like, for example, one of the questions I would have liked to ask that gentleman is, what caused you to leave that job? You know, what led to that? And I don't know if that's necessarily the same question for, this is just an example, but that's the type of question I'd like to know the answer to that.
You know, when I reviewed the 2011 ones, I thought we did see questions more specific towards candidates.
We did, and it's interesting because we were told that you have to ask the same questions to everyone, but I believe we had follow-up questions.
Yeah, it was
At
that
the
time.
It means that that type of question would be an important question to ask.
Yeah.
Especially to understand that.
I mean, what somebody said today, go home, think about, say, boy, I'd like to know someone else, you know.
That puts a lot on the three of you guys, though. Wednesday.
What do you folks?
Why don't we make that a little easier, maybe limit them to maybe two or three, maybe the top two, so they don't have to,
That makes sense.
that would be the way to go, I think.
Right, and you mean bring back maybe 2 or 3 candidates?
Yeah, bring back two.
Yes,
and
I would agree with that.
I would even stick with two myself.
Would, my question on that would be so say we kept it pretty much to the same questions with not necessarily a follow-up question in order to keep it all consistent. With bringing back a couple, if the subcommittee was to come back with 2 to 4 questions, 5 questions, whatever they are, can they then be more of a casual conversation, so if somebody wants to ask a follow-up in there? I guess it's my procedurally making sure, I know we're pretty consistent.
I think that would be
They
great.
can answer.
There would be a little more flexibility
Yeah.
with us to ask.
I'd like to do that, I just want to make sure
Sure.
that it's okay
Yeah.
to do it, because we get specific instructions about how to do this to
Right.
make it fair.
And I think there's a benefit to seeing a back and forth with, prospective candidates here, potential superintendents, and I think that's.
And we could do it with a time limit too.
Yeah.
We're not going to sit there all night and ask questions.
Right.
No.
No.
It would just be
Right.
maybe each candidate that want to ask one question if they want to.
Right, and that would also give Carrie a chance to interact
Right.
with whoever we choose. Are we interested in having them come and tour any or all of the schools?
I think we should offer it.
Yeah.
I do too.
Prior to Wednesday, I think we should offer it.
So, all right, so I guess we need a couple things. We need to decide how many, and then after that, we'll decide on the method of questions and some kind of a schedule for tours.
See, that's the issue I have. I don't know if I'm prepared right now to say which ones I want to invite back.
How, you don't get together again?
That's what, well,
That's the problem.
well, that's what I mean. I certainly want to take some time to digest what we heard, compare it to what the applications and look over stuff again. I don't know if I'm ready right now to say, okay, I want these 3 people back and not, that person. And you're right, we run up against the May 4th. I just don't know if we're going that. That's just an answer I have.
I mean, I guess for me, I was, the 2 that stood out in my mind, or stood out here were Dr. Nash and Dr. Gould. I thought they both stood up, so those would be the 2 that I would like to see back. I don't know if anybody shares my opinion, but that's where I stand on it.
All right, is anyone else prepared to make a choice of bringing people back? Because if you're the only one, or there's only 2 or 3 of us, then we have to
Yeah, I
make
don't
another
know.
decision.
You know, when we stopped at lunch, I thought that I would have been able to make the decision pretty easy today. Sitting here 2 hours later, I'm not so sure. You know, like with Dr. Russell here, you know, throughout the conversation, I liked him more. You know, I think that I want to know why he left that school, though, you know, like I mean, maybe that's me going home Googling it more, you know, and following through on that, but it made it harder as the day went on. Like to narrow it down to 2 right now would be tough. If it was 2 or 3, maybe it would be easier, but I don't know. It's, I don't even know it would be tough. I mean,
No, I was speaking for me, so.
Yeah, right, I understand.
For me, it's,
So I could probably cut to 4, but then,
Yeah.
but then I have a
But
tough
does that help
time
us at all?
dropping down to the next person. I mean, I know I can do it, but it's a tough one. It's not.
I have a hard time saying Dr. Boris is out of the equation.
Agreed.
I mean, she brings a lot to the table. Whether we end up with her or not, it certainly needs to be discussed, but I have a hard time just walking away from her right now.
Do you- What do you think?
I feel this, I understand how Bree feels. I have people yeah, there's definitely a lot of information to digest, so I hear what you're saying, too. You know, I definitely have people that stood out in my mind, and, you know, I think we've been very clear on our time frame, and I want to be committed to that. I don't know, I want to hear what you guys have to say, and then I'll,
I mean, I know I'm probably at a little bit of an advantage in the sense that I was the one that was able to, on behalf of our subcommittee, be able to reach out, so maybe I'm a little bit more familiar with some of these, you know, the things that people brought through. Even if we were to take a 5-minute recess and go sit in a corner and think about it, I think I could come up with 2 to 3 people that I would feel very comfortable with moving forward to second rounds of interviews on Wednesday. As much as I'm very cognizant of our time frame, we worked diligently to put it through. I know I hate using Thursday, you know, I hate using our time frame in some respects, but yet at the same time, we have told people when we'd be making decisions. So I think we can, so anyway, so personally for me, I feel pretty comfortable in moving forward on 2 or 3 folks to bring back on Wednesday evening. I agree, there's definitely some follow-up questions. You know, I know we were trying to be today cognizant of time and consistency with everybody, but you're right. You know, if we felt more comfortable in asking for that follow-up question without getting too far off the topic of what we're doing here, and it'd be consistent, that would have been
That would have been hard today.
would have been helpful. It would, you're right, it would absolutely have been hard today. I do feel, you know, this is a big decision, it's a short time frame. But for me, I keep, all day long, I keep bringing it back to, what was the ultimate goal? What was the ultimate reason why our subcommittee, you know, our interim superintendent search subcommittee was even started? I don't remember when it was now, it feels like a long time ago, it was probably just yesterday. So for me, again, it was like constantly going, kind of, a couple times a day, going back to that original plan. What are we looking for, where are we going? So maybe I'm just a little bit in a different place because of the work that we've already done up to it, but you know, I could take a few minutes, think about it, and move forward if that's what the general consensus is today.
Okay, I think, although this is a huge decision, I think the subcommittee has done an incredible amount of work. I've gone through all the resumes a couple of times. I have 2 or maybe 3 candidates I would feel very comfortable with bringing back, and I could make that decision right now. Jim?
It's my thing, I'm not as concerned with timeframes as I am getting the right person. I understand the timeframes were, you know, good to be in place to get us to this point. But now that we're at this point, you know, maybe by timeframe we have to bump this out a week, I think so be it. I'd rather have the right person. I know there's concerns that between now and then, you know, there might be a change of the board, what have you, but to that point, you know, this information is open to everybody, so I think everybody has the same information. And whoever may sit on that board, I think they're privy to all the information as well, so I don't have any concerns along those lines.
And the reality is
Even the fact
that,
the board members not even here, so.
right, and the reality is that doesn't even matter, you know,
Well, that was something we talked about, though.
No.
Putting the decision on a new.
Right, no, well, it did, I mean, it matters and it doesn't. It matters in the sense that the people that are sitting around the table today who've done the work to get to this point, but at the same time, as we discussed on Wednesday night, we have someone who's not here today,
Right.
but that doesn't matter. That person's participation can still happen on Wednesday, even though they're not physically here. So you're right, there's an aspect of it that matters and doesn't matter. And as much as I agree, I'm babbling now, sorry.
And plus, I've been looking at feedback from the public. We often talk about feedback from the public. I'd be interested in, do we know when this airs?
We don't, as soon as possible. They also have town meeting they're getting ready for, so Paula knows that it's really important.
Is there a chance it's 1 year before Wednesday? Yes.
There is?
Yeah, there's button in, but I talked to Paula this morning, and at this point, because of technical issues as well as the burden of town meeting and her staff, and there's some Comcast things that are out of her control, that they may not have the time to put this together. Carrie can go down and watch it in the studio, but it may not be online until Tuesday or Wednesday.
Okay, the question was, when will this be broadcast? And the answer is, we don't know, and it might not be before Wednesday, and that is huge, because our whole thing was, although we couldn't be live, the community would get to see it, and they could respond to us, and now that's a huge problem.
That's a big one.
Because, it may not work because of everyone's schedules, but theoretically, we could do nothing today, get back together on Wednesday, discuss all 5 candidates on Wednesday, pick 2 or 3 Wednesday night, and have them back here next Saturday for a second.
Well, yeah.
Or next Wednesday.
Well-
Or the Wednesday after that.
Or the Wednesday after
Because we're
that.
scheduled to have a
Say
meeting on the
whatever
11th.
you want to do.
Yeah, so we're scheduled to have a meeting on the 11th. I feel
The
comfortable
only-
with that.
Well, the only thing that I would say in terms of if we're going to start adding in additional meetings, we still have business of the district to keep going.
Yeah.
And every time, for example, was on Wednesday, after we did all this, we're like, oh, wow, we really would like more time, and that's how we came up with Saturday. But we really didn't get much done on Wednesday, and we don't really have much on the agenda for the 4th, and the school year is beginning to end, there's things that we need to do.
Right.
So while I'm not opposed if we just
Well, it
figure
doesn't
out
have
the
to be
way
Saturday,
forward.
you could do it on Monday night or Tuesday night.
Right, I mean, there's other things we have to look at with the schedule, I'm just saying that I'd hate to see too many Wednesday nights be taken up for this conversation.
Well, I think
So
it would
if we
be
have to add
additional.
another one, and if we have to, I think even if we have to meet here and have it taped, or be in the media center and have it taped, because town hall's busy.
Yeah.
Town hall's very busy, and if we don't
I
adjust
believe-
them fast enough.
Yeah, I believe the finance committee is going to meet the Tuesday after town meeting, so that date's out. I don't know about the money. We would have to look and see, what dates are available. But I am very uncomfortable with this not being broadcast.
Especially if we're, today, our candidates out, and no one's ever going to get to see those interviews until after we've already picked somebody new.
And then the whole idea of being transparent, some
Right.
people have commented on how good it was,
Yeah,
it's been a
Yeah,
process.
no, we can't, if this can't be broadcast even Monday and Tuesday, then
That's
that's,
not fair to hear either.
no.
Right.
No.
So are we in agreement that on Wednesday night, we'll try to narrow it down to 2 or 3?
And
Okay,
that
I will
goes-
call all the candidates and let them know that there was
It gives-
just a
Or who
transparency.
knows, maybe we pick somebody.
Yeah, who knows?
Maybe between now and then, talk to people, do the research, and say, you know what, I don't need 2 people to come in, I'm
Okay.
ready to make a motion.
Right, right.
But
Select.
yeah, you can have the conversation
Yeah, why not?
Wednesday.
But it also gives us a chance to
Digest.
digest the 5 hours that we just had.
So in the meantime, not to necessarily lose any time, there was that question of, do we want to offer any tours? I don't know if that's, when Nancy calls these folks, I don't know that sort of where we are. I don't know if any of us have time in our schedule, Monday or Tuesday. I don't know what's entailed, because now if we're doing tours, are we going into the buildings, we out of the buildings? We really never had talked about that portion of it. So I don't necessarily want to intrude or expect anybody to have to, oh no, our buildings aren't ready. And what does that all mean? Or then to find people that have to come talk to us, or if we can just sort of leave these informal, let's walk in, but then again, the buildings are, I don't necessarily know all the ins and outs of the buildings that have, since they've been reconfigured either, so that's another Stephanie's got it.
What we, oh,
No, I just lost my train of thought, sorry.
no, what we did in the past was that,
The teacher did it?
I caught it. We had some tours for morning and afternoon, some of us did two, some did one. We took a candidate, we literally drove them around to the different schools, and we really popped in for a short period of time, maybe visited a classroom or two, and that was kind of it. They met the principal, just kind of got to see the layout, a little bit of the layout in the school. It was very informal. They could ask some questions to see if that was really what they wanted to do. Nobody backed out, but we did have all of our finalists do tours. Yes.
I remember.
Yeah, it's
Um,
good, back
right.
there.
So, because I definitely like that idea, but if you asked all 5 people to come and do that, that would be kind of a extensive process. So maybe, we have a conversation Wednesday and then, have the final 2 or 3, however many people you want to bring back. Offer that to them, just so that you're kind of being.
Yeah, because we could do that Friday or, whatever, Thursday afternoon, it would give us more time and more leeway too.
But that means we will not be making a decision on the 4th.
Well, the chances of that,
Right.
at this point,
Well, I mean, we had just said, well, maybe we
Well,
would, but
well,
I
let me
don't
ask you,
I don't see how we
you're
can.
gonna have the tours
Yeah.
too. I mean, is that really a critical piece
I
to
don't think so.
actually?
yeah.
No,
So
I think
everyone
it's just,
making a decision. I don't know.
no, I think at this point it's a courtesy. I know a couple people have asked me when I've seen them on the streets or in the supermarket or even here this morning, I don't know if that's, or we're gonna be offering that for people. Actually, someone who was here this morning who's a teacher in the district said if we do it, we're more than happy to participate. So it's a question that has come up a little bit over the last couple of days, especially now that we've narrowed it down to 5. So it may be more as a courtesy to the candidate as well as a courtesy to our buildings and our building principals, as we go forward of saying, this is where we are. We haven't really sort of worked that step in. It was something that I think us as a subcommittee, I don't want to speak for them, I know we talked about it, but, to bring it back to this table, I guess my question is, as we're talking about all these is, I can say next, I can say next to Jim, sorry.
No, I was
I mean, as far as the tours go, I mean, how many of them actually come and do the tour? I mean, some of them may not have the flexibility to get out, especially if they're currently working.
No, like Dr. Lewis.
Right.
She said she's-
Right. Right.
So,
But if you were offered, you were candidate, you were
Yeah,
offered,
you would-
you would
right,
make,
yeah.
you would make the
Right.
time.
Right, but we also.
So it would be another obligation.
Right, but also, our buildings, as far as I know, most of our buildings are open until 6 o'clock, there's plenty of
That's
activity.
true.
You may not have teachers and administrators around, but there's still activity in the buildings where people, I think, could at least just
Yeah.
get a view of action, even if it is after-school action. Our schools are pretty busy after school.
I feel like, as much as what Jim said, that maybe in the next couple of days, we come to the reality that one candidate stands above the rest, the chances of that are pretty much zero. I mean, we all want to pretty much ask second questions. I mean, we said today we'd like to narrow it down to 2 to 3 and then ask some questions from there. So if those candidates aren't coming on Wednesday night, so to think that we would narrow it down to 1 without asking any of those follow-up questions, I mean, there's not a very good chance of that, So there's a reality that Wednesday night, we're going to walk away after the meeting with 2 to 3 candidates, coming back for a second interview, and we'd be able to give those 2 or 3 candidates an opportunity to come in and tour the building either Thursday or Friday,
The next day?
or Monday, or
Okay.
Saturday.
Because voting's on Thursday,
Right.
so our schools are all, so Thursday would be out just because the buildings aren't even normal on election days.
Yeah.
So we have other things.
But we figure that.
Time to
Yeah,
return.
instead of focusing right now
Yeah.
on when they come back, let's just figure out who they are.
Who's
And
coming back?
then,
But just keep in mind, people won't have seen the interviews. I mean, the public isn't voting, but they could
they may have-
share their thoughts with us.
Oh,
But this is a conversation we can follow with Paula
Yeah.
and determine and find out more.
Why don't I do that, and I'll let you know, but right now, we can leave it that we are not making a decision today. We have to have an agenda put together on Monday for Wednesday, so
Can we do it, so in terms of the agenda, and I'll leave this up to, I know one of the things we talked about today, and Joe was very helpful in terms of our wording. vote may be required. So I think, and again, it's probably just a discussion more off camera for you and Joe, but I think, I know we have to put agenda out on Monday, but if we reach a consensus today, not of every next step, but at least of what we've concluded today, what our goals are for Wednesday, and then if we word it correctly,
Yeah, we can get through it.
right, and then that would, I think, help us so that if something did come up and we were ready to make a decision on, we haven't hindered ourselves on the agenda, but yet, if we're not stuck to it either.
So a lot of this hinges on when it gets broadcast.
And we also need to look at dates for the second interviews, whether that's Monday night or you said Tuesday night's out of the equation. But I agree,
Right.
we shouldn't let that, we shouldn't let this take away from the business that we do at hand. At reorganization on the 11th, there's important stuff going on, so.
Okay, so I will find out when the broadcast date is. And if it is, even if it's Tuesday or Wednesday, that's really late. I mean, people, this is 5 hours of tape to watch. I think that's a lot to ask, and say, watch and then we're going to make a decision. It does almost seem like we have to wait. I can certainly call the candidates and let them know that because of the broadcast, and even our member might not be able to see it, because I doubt if she could go to the studio for 5 or 6 hours.
She's unfortunately,
In the scheme of things, we're taking a week longer to make such an
Right.
important decision.
Right.
Well, that's just.
and I, yeah, no, and
To
I'm,
think that after 5 hours today, we should be making these decisions
Right.
right now is.
no, and
unfair.
I'm okay with, if, like I said, if the consensus is for us to move it forward, I hate to think that we're not doing something based on something being broadcast. However, I'm more concerned about making sure that people who are going to be part of the decision, part of the discussion to make the decision have the opportunity to be informed. And I think that should be a priority for us as well.
So what do we want to do on Wednesday? Regardless of the broadcast, it doesn't sound like we're going to have it in time for, maybe not even in time for Carrie, but, for the public to see and respond.
It's still narrowed down.
Do a discussion and vote, final group, whatever.
We could do that. We could discuss,
Point is, we walk away with 2 to 3 candidates
Right.
Wednesday.
so on Wednesday, we would narrow.
We're in agreement with that.
Sure. Yes.
And I'll,
Oh, I'm sorry, should I make a motion?
Should we agree to a number to narrow it down to, or should we
no,
just kind of stick with
Well,
2 to 3 kind of?
yeah,
That would give us room for discussion, maybe after
Right,
discussion,
so
it will
discuss.
only be 2,
Because
because,
we may not agree on those 2 to 3, so we
Right.
might have to go around the room to vote on each individual
Sure.
candidate, and a majority.
Well,
rule.
and actually, I think we may have to. I know one of the when I had talked to Joe, he had, I'm sorry, but he had said if, depending on how you do and get down to that, you may actually have to do that. I don't think it's just,
Yeah.
I don't think it's just a unanimous, like, okay,
Right,
are we yes or no? And that, I think there is, again, some procedural issues with that.
which I think is the best way to do it.
Absolutely.
certainly.
so I'll get the actual wording
Okay.
on that agenda item. So our plan is to, on Wednesday the 4th, discuss and narrow down to finalists.
Finalists.
Hopefully not 5.
After careful deliberations, we went from 5 to 5.
To 6.
6.
Yeah.
No, but Jay's right. I mean, there's been a lot of information that's been put out to, shared with us today about all these individual people. There's, I've enjoyed meeting all of them. And I.
Great job putting it together.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. I wasn't fishing for a
The
compliment.
lunch was
but-
excellent.
Yeah.
The lunch was the best. Thank you, Stan. No, but I mean, there was a lot of information out here. I think we have, everyone's working.
And we'll have time on Wednesday to have a discussion on what
And
happened.
there's no other business on Wednesday, right? So this is.
I forget, there's something, yeah.
Negligible.
Minor. We really kind of cleared the calendar
Yeah.
these last 2
Well,
meetings.
that's
So it's good.
Do you want to try to get our policies up
Yeah.
together because now Wednesday?
Let's go.
Vote no. No.
We are
Okay.
serious.
Okay,
Lots of
let's ready.
progress.
Let's ready to go.
Okay, I have one, can I say one thing?
Sure.
I just want to take an opportunity to thank everybody who's helped us, but in particular Sandwich Community TV, who's been here with us this whole day. Thank you so much.
Justin on the fly.
Yes, adjusting on the fly is correct.
Lynn McIsaac, who gave up her Saturday and took lots of
Thank you,
notes for us,
Lynn.
thank you.
Thanks, Lynn.
Michelle Austin, who helped us with organizing lunch, and Mary O'Brien for a great lunch, and everybody who's here today and gave up their Saturday to listen and all your help. We really appreciate it. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
I can do it on top of my head, do you want me to do that?
Yeah, yes.
Just, if we're gonna keep thanking people, we'll keep going right down. So we'll start with thanking everybody last week again who helped us figure out what we were doing today, putting this together, the library, town hall, et cetera, et cetera. But I also wanted to thank, we had 4 folks who helped us out today who greeted all of our candidates in the lobby and then walked them up to our holding room before I went out and brought them in. And that was Mrs. Maureen Wicklund, Mrs. Rontis, Marilyn Rontis, and Paula Chambers, and Mary Ann Lally. So thank you to them for giving up part of their Saturday to have an opportunity to help us out from our logistical, all of Saturday. Yes, there's some of them still sitting here. Yes, they are. So it's definitely been a team effort, and I appreciate that since it was on our subcommittee to get us to this point. So thank you.
Thanks for hanging out with us.
And yes, thanks for joining us today.
And for
Go
doing
home
a
and
great
rest.
job.
Go home and rest as you know your lines for tonight.
For Katie for taking photographs.
And if I missed anybody, I apologize.
And, since we're thanking people, I'd love to thank my wife for being so understanding of me being gone on Saturday, so we can't clean or unpack, and trust me, it broke my heart.
It's Katie's anniversary, and she gave up that.
Happy anniversary, Katie.
She's giving her a lunch. What a cookie. Okay, so now, sorry, now we're getting silly.
All right, motion to adjourn.
Wait, hold on. Yeah, are we ready to do
No, I'm
that?
saying, is there anything else?
Oh, sorry.
All right, so motion by Jay, second by Sean, any discussion? All in favor, unanimous, we are adjourned at
Jeff, you good?
Yeah, I don't think that's an name tags anymore, that's.